Hey YouTube, it's Hoyt Sigmund. I want to share a dream I had over a year ago that I had never shared. So I just decided today I was going to draw it and share it finally. So this dream took place in New York City, and it was broad daylight and it was summertime, and I was down like in the streets. I was walking the sidewalk, and it was just a normal day. And all of a sudden, these planes flew over in my dream. They were Russian, Ilyushin, 76's. Yeah, Ilyushin 76's. And they're jets. It's the same jets that they drop paratroopers out of. And in the dream, I was down in the city looking up, and everyone heard the planes, and they looked up, and they saw these white planes with Russian flags like on the backs, the tail end of the plane, and everyone got kind of concerned. Everyone had just a funny look, and people were like squinting their eyes, looking up, like, "What is that?" And we saw these planes fog over the city. They were everywhere. They sprayed this modified herpes virus all over the city, and it came down like snow. And when it came down on the people, on the Americans, it got stuck on people, and people started screaming, and people were puking up blood and coughing and yelling. And I remember one guy said, get it off, it won't come off." And he was like trying to get the fog, the bioweapon fog off of his arms. And in this dream, at that point in the dream, I started running to a building, and then the dream rewinded. The dream basically reset, and in the next scene of the dream, I was back down in the same spot in the city, and the planes have yet to fog right over where I was. And instead of just standing on the sidewalk in the dream, I actually put on some gloves, and I put on a hoodie, like double or triple layer of clothes, like as much clothes as I could get. I just covered my skin. I didn't want to expose my skin. And then the planes came over again in the second half of the dream, and they fogged again, just like before. And everyone else, the same thing happened. That dude was like, get it off, get it off. And there was people coughing and puking up blood. And I ran into a building. I wasn't taking any chances because this stuff was coming down on people. And when it landed on them, they were getting sick, super sick. And it came out of Russian Ilyushin 76 jets. The Russians bioweapon attacked the U.S. before they invaded. This is how they're going to take America. They're going to hit us with an EMP, and then they're going to fly over and bioweapon attack us and make everyone sick. And then they're going to come in with the troops to kill us, basically, to take us out. But they can't do that unless they make us sick. There's just too many people with guns. It would just be super difficult. But they're going to do this right before they come in here, just to make sure that everyone is weak and sick. And I saw people like puking up blood all over the streets in this dream, and it was pretty scary, honestly. But in the last half of the dream, I ran into a tall building, and then the dream cut, and I was looking. I don't know where I was in the building, but I was looking at this shelf with a bunch of ammo, and there was guns, and I assume either I had guns in the dream or someone else did, or something like that. And I guess we were gonna go fight the invading soldiers. Um, I had another dream where the Russians invaded, and I didn't shoot them, but I had a dream of the Chinese, and we were shooting at the Chinese, but we didn't shoot at the Russians. Not really too sure why. Maybe I was kind of thinking about it. If God's gonna judge America with foreign nations to invade us, and we start killing them, isn't that going against the will of God? You know, I kind of thought about that. I was talking with someone about that, and to be honest, that makes the most sense. Maybe that's why I didn't shoot any Russians in one of my dreams, but I had dreams where I did, and I died. It was pretty scary. But yeah, I had this dream about a year ago. Russia's gonna bioweapon attack the U.S. They're gonna fly over in planes and they're gonna dump this. They're gonna spray this bioweapon, and it's gonna be a modified herpes virus. Everyone that has shingles, the shingles virus, is gonna be immune. But people who haven't, as soon as this stuff comes out of the sky and you get a whiff of it or it lands on you, you're gonna get really sick. And in the dream, I put gloves on, like gloves and a mask, like 2 masks, um, a jacket. Like I covered all of my skin. I didn't have any skin exposed at all. I didn't want this stuff to touch me. I'm pretty sure God was showing me that people are gonna have to cover up and probably get in a building and close the doors, lock them, make sure everything's sealed. Because once this stuff comes out of the sky, everyone is going to get super sick. And the Russians and the Chinese are just going to come right on in with troops. And, like, how are we going to fight them if we're all sick? How are we going to shoot at them if we're all sick? It's going to be hard. I've had dreams of people fighting them. Uh, Lots of dreams, actually. But a lot of people are going to be sick, too, because they're going to do this. And it was honestly pretty scary being in the city and looking up and hearing the planes and seeing the fog get sprayed. It was terrifying. People were crying and screaming. Some people like died of shock. They just they couldn't take it. It was too scary. But yeah, I just want to share this dream that I had like over a year ago, probably like this time last year, and I never shared it, but I'm gonna share it now. This is how Russia is gonna take America. And yeah, I don't think I missed anything. Um, oh yeah, one other thing. This bioweapon, um, the fog, the the bioweapon, when they sprayed it and it came down, it looked like flour that you cook with. Because in a dream, I saw it on someone's arm, and it looked like flour, like that you cook with. It wasn't flour. It looked kind of like flour, but kind of damp. And when it landed on this dude, he was trying to wipe it off and it wouldn't come off, and he started crying. And everyone in the street, the same thing happened to them. They were running around crying and yelling and screaming, and it was complete chaos. It was landing on cars and covering their windshields, and it was just really crazy. um, yeah, but yeah, this was New York City, um, in USA. And these planes flew over and bioweapon attacked the U.S. They hit New York City, and everyone was sick, and people were puking up blood right away. Like as soon as the bioweapon came down like snow, people got so sick. I was like, it was scary. It was almost immediate. You don't want this stuff to touch you. So God showed me you better cover up. Get in a building, cover up. But if you've had shingles virus, then you're immune to it. But in the dream, it got stuck on people and it wouldn't come off. So even if you are immune, it can get stuck on you. This is what I saw, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So take it or leave it. I'm just here to warn everybody of what's to come, and yeah. So goodbye, and God bless you guys.